So today we're going for an island favorite for dinner. The kids all like this. It's called Pelau. In my Dutch oven here today, I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a 1/4 cup of white sugar, which I have let caramelize for about 5 minutes here. To this, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of ketchup and let this cook down for a few more minutes. In Trinidad, growing up in the islands, this is one of the favorite dishes. It actually is pretty famous all over the island because this is something everyone cooks. It's a meal you can cook in a hurry and everyone can eat. So basically that's what I'm doing today. The kids are all here for dinner, and in this way I can cook and also enjoy time with the kids. Here I have some chicken that I've marinated with some garlic and some soy and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to add this in here. I've also added a red chili in here, and I'm going to let this brown for a few minutes. So while we let this brown, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Ahelia, and I'm a wife and mother. I was born in the island of Trinidad, but I moved to California when I was a teen. I've lived here all of my life, so most of my life I've been a Bay Area kid. But I still remember some of the dishes, or at least I try to make some of the dishes that I was raised with. So in doing so, at least raising a family with 4 kids, you come home from work in the evening, it's really hard to figure out what to feed them. And still we end up feeding them so many different things. So I basically started going back to basics and started doing a lot of what my mom did for us as kids. I mean, she made sure we had the fresh meals, the garden. So I've even gone back to the garden. My husband is such a big help in the garden. He does most of the gardening. So we tend to have crops throughout the year, which is so good. Anyhow, back to me. I moved to the Bay Area as a teen, and just like every teen, struggled through life, and then got my first break with a company called Zaxxon Corporation. I put a lot of what I have learned in this world, and I praise Dwayne Canova for that, because if I didn't get an opportunity to work for Zaxxon Corporation, I would not have gotten the training I did. As a contractor for Zaxxon Corporation, I worked at both IBM and the Sun facility. It was the most amazing experience, and I was taught a lot. And again, I totally thank Mr. Canova for that. I would never be able to have gotten where I did today without him. So from there, I actually moved to different positions and learned a lot more and move up in the world. In 2006, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So my world was shattered there for a bit. So I went through chemo. Well, I had 3 surgeries. Then I went through the chemo and the radiation, and lost all my hair. But my kids were pretty young, and they were incredible the way they handled this. So moving forward, I built my life back, and I went to work for one of the second best, well, I should say it's a first-rate company, so I can't say second best, but so I will give them equal rating. I went to work for Comcast. Comcast proved to be the most excellent place for me to start back my career. It actually gave me a closer look to the end users and the customers out there to see what their needs are and how we can go moving forward helping these customers. I started back building my career, and in 2015 I had an accident. I fell in the parking lot and I injured myself pretty badly due to a lack of proper medical care. I was in pain, I suffered. It was a miserable existence for a long time. So when I finally was approved to attend this functional restoration therapy program at the Bay Area Pain and Wellness, it was one of the best things I have gone through. And in learning ways to take care of myself, and basically what I'm trying to do is share this with everyone else out there who has pain and who has family who has pain and different ways that they can control this pain. If my videos have been of use or help to you, please share with people who it will actually help, because there is a lot of people who need help out there who is suffering with pain and they do not know how to handle the pain. Anyhow, getting back here for a few minutes. So I'm making pilau, like I said. Pilau is a dish that you can make with either chicken or pork or whatever the choice you like as far as the meat. In the islands, a lot of parents tend to add a bean protein. So with pilau, usually you add pigeon peas. So to the chicken, after cooking it, basically cooking it here, frying it up here in our juices, you brown it a little bit. I'm going to add 2 cups of rice. And to this 2 cups of rice, I'm going to add a can of pigeon peas. Yes, pigeon peas. And I'm going to let this cook here, fry it for a few minutes so it can build up that nice grain consistency. So when you actually add your broth to this, oh, it's incredible. And then you let it cook down for a while. You could choose to bake the rice, or however you choose to. Anyhow, we're going to let this fry here for a few minutes. Anyhow, as part of the functional therapy program that I went through, I learned different ways to take care of myself, to be able to function properly and take care of myself and my family and still continue to have a life. It was really very hard getting here, but I am here. And like I say, I would like to share with everyone out there. To our pot, I'm going to add about 1/4 stick of butter. And I'm going to let that cook for a bit. I would say I would let this fry for about another 5 minutes or so. So, yeah. Anyhow, through that program, I met a lot of wonderful people, and it made me realize pain was not just me complaining. There is a lot of people out there who suffer repetitive stress pain on their body because we sit behind desk for too long typing and not getting up and stretching and things like that. I am trying to get everyone to be able to get up there, stretch, take better care of our bodies instead of having to take every type of drug out there to be able to function. I was just given my A1C results a few days ago. For the first time in 18 years, my diabetes is under control, and I'm so grateful. It's because of what I have learned as far as the nutrition factor and how to take care of myself. Most people don't know this, but as part of the program, I had to end up learning to eat different ways because you would be so inflamed most of the time you're not sure what's going on. So pretty much like a baby, I pretty much started to check my foods, and I would try a food for about 2 weeks and see how I felt. And then my doctor went ahead and ran the allergy test, found out everything I was allergic to, and I started to avoid those foods. It's been amazing. I still cook the foods that my family enjoy, and I enjoy some of it, but I try to make sure I do not put anything in my body that's going to inflame it and make my pain even worse. So as I continue to cook this here, I need to go and at least play with the kids for a bit because they're here for dinner, but you know how kids are. Dinner's over and they're ready to go because the friends are more important. But we all did that, so I can laugh about it. Anyhow, I'm going to let this chicken continue to cook for about another 5 minutes or so, brown a little bit more. And then I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to add about two cups of water, just enough to cover the chicken and the rice all the way. And then I will set the timer for about 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, I will check the rice. At that point, I can make a decision I'm going to, as far as consistency of the rice, if I want to, how I want it, if I want it al dente, if I want it mushy or whatever. A lot of people at that point tend to add some coconut milk to their food. Me, myself personally, I don't add the coconut milk because it affects my stomach. So I try to keep the foods that I know that really affects my stomach away from what I'm making for dinner. Anyhow, I'm gonna go check on the kids, see what's going on. Hopefully I can have an adult beverage at this point, and I'll check back in with you after dinner is made. See you soon.